Our student speaker this morning is Linda M. LoRe, who today will receive her MBA degree as part of the Presidents and Key Executives MBA program. Recognized as one of the country's top brand strategists, Ms. LoRe has amassed a successful 21-year career shaping and revitalizing such prominent consumer companies as Avon, Procter & Gamble, Giorgio Beverly Hills, Fredericks of Hollywood, and the former May Company, now Macy's. More than half of her career was spent as president and CEO of a division of Giorgio Beverly Hills, which she catapulted into one of the world's premier luxury brands with sales exceeding $325 million. Her current company, the Engagement Principle, is committed to helping workplaces become both profitable and engaged in their communities. Amid her busy schedule as a Graziadio MBA student, Ms. LoRe is the proud mother of Gunnar and Gina. She also has capably served as a director on numerous boards, including the trusteeship of the International Women's Forum, Harvard's Kennedy School of Government Women's Leadership Board, and the National Association of Women Business Owners Enterprise Institute. Among her many awards and accolades are the Graziadio School's Distinguished George Award last spring, the Woman of the Year Award from the Museum of Science and Industry, and the Visionary Award for Youth Mentoring for her work with at-risk inner city youth. In fact, her PKE capstone project focused on building a campus urban oasis for inner city youth through Youth Mentoring Connection. Linda, we will be honored to count you among the ranks of our Graziadio alumni as you continue to bring pride to alma mater. Please welcome your student speaker, Ms. Linda M. LoRe.
Good morning, Provost Tippin, Dean Livingston, honored faculty, members of the Graziadio family and friends, and congratulations, graduates. I am honored to represent you today. In 1992, I had the privilege of attending the World Economic Forum. Upon arriving, I had no idea that I was about to meet one of the most amazing leaders of our time. He walked onto the stage with an unforgettable presence. Those who were there at the time witnessed this man's passion and integrity. He had been incarcerated for 27 years for fighting for his principles. His name, Nelson Mandela. His quest for freedom, justice, and change has been quoted many times. One of his most famous quotes is, "Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world." Think about that for just a moment. Just think of the power in this room today. One of the most brilliant aspects of our learning here and earning our degree at the Graziadio School is the way we are encouraged to learn and the values that are placed on that experience. It's implicit in the mission of our school, and the last sentence of our mission is, "We believe that successful management seeks collective good along with individual profit and is anchored in core values such as integrity, stewardship, courage, and compassion." Our world, our country, and most of our companies could certainly benefit from leadership such as this. One of the most important lessons that I have learned in my career, and it certainly has been reinforced during my time here at Pepperdine, is to be passionate about what you do. Passion ignites and sparks us to be the best that we can possibly be. And when we love what we are doing, we have more energy, we have more commitment, and we make things happen. We don't really need to stop and smell the roses when we're carrying the roses with us. I will close with a story about passion that has inspired me for many years. This was written by Jack Rimmer, and it was in the Houston Chronicle in 1995. Itzhak Perlman, the violinist, came on stage to give a concert at Avery Fisher Hall. That's in New York City. If you've ever been to a Perlman concert, you know that getting across the stage is no easy accomplishment for him. He was struck with polio as a child, and so he walks with braces on both legs and crutches. And he makes his way across the stage in a very ritualistic fashion. He walks painfully and majestically until he reaches his chair, and then he goes through an entire ritual to get ready to play, and then he nods to the conductor and begins to play. But this night, something went terribly wrong. One of the strings on his violin snapped. You could hear it like gunfire across the room, and there was no mistaking what would have to happen. People who were there that night thought that he was going to have to get his crutches, put his braces back on his legs, and limp across the stage to get a new violin, or to have another string put on his violin. But he didn't. Instead, he composed himself, nodded to the conductor, and began to play again where he had left off. He played with such passion and such purity, like the audience had never heard before. It was amazing. At one point, it sounded like he was detuning the strings just to get new music out of them that they had never made before. When he was finished, the audience was silent for a split second, and then they jumped to their feet and they just applauded and went crazy to tell him and to show him how much they appreciated what he had done. He wiped the sweat from his brow, he raised his bow to silence us, and he said, not boastfully, but in a quiet, pensive, and reverent tone, you know, sometimes it is the artist's task to find out how much music you can make with what you have left. What a powerful line it is. Think about that. It has stayed in my mind ever since I heard it. And who knows, perhaps that is the way of life, not just for artists, but for every single one of us. Let us remember to always have passion for what we do. Thank you so much, and congratulations, graduates.